Hi everyone, welcome to the This is Science channel. No matter how healthy your eyes are, it turns out that when you see very small objects you need the help of a tool called a microscope, because looking at objects using this tool can give you a different view from what we usually see, whether living creatures or it's just a mini item. If you're curious about what they look like, here are some unique appearances seen using a microscope. The first time you saw it, maybe you thought it was food or just a work of art, but actually it turned out to be the appearance of a human tongue seen using a microscope. So the protruding object is called the filiform papillae, which are located at several points on the tongue, useful for feeling pressure and sensitivity every time we eat. It's really cool, isn't it, without the help of a microscope? Who would have realized that there are small and important things on the human tongue? Everyday chalk, which is used to support children's learning process. It turns out that if chalk is put under a microscope, it has a round appearance like this, very different from the chalk that we often hold, right? The reason is because this object is not an ordinary stone, where in it are plankton messages that accumulate, resulting in the formation of chalk. So far, I guarantee that people only know that squid are dangerous because they have long tentacles and black ink, right? Even though actually after their tentacles are cut and looked at under a microscope, there are small needles that can injure their prey. In fact, that's the reason why is it so difficult for every prey that has been trapped to immediately escape from it. This virus has caused a stir in the community because it often appeared and claimed lives in 2020. This virus, which makes it difficult for people to work, go on holiday or carry out daily activities, turns out to have an amazing appearance when seen using a microscope. The bright color you see is the virus that sticks to it to the surface of human cells, so it is recommended to always shower and clean so that germs don't feel at home there. It can be seen from a distance that sharks have slippery and smooth skin, but it turns out that if shark skin is put under a microscope it looks scaly like this. Actually, this helps them to be able to swim against strong currents, helps regulate temperature, and supports the shark's muscles even better. That's why even though it looks smooth, when you hold the skin it's actually really rough, like we're holding opaque paper. Even though when you hold it, it has a smooth texture and gives the impression that it's just one color, but actually, when you magnify it using a microscope, the lump of sand turns out to be a collection of all kinds of objects like this. The color is really beautiful. Every human skin is a surface consisting of pores and hair on the body, so don't be surprised when a needle can enter the skin, and seen with a microscope like this, it turns out that it can make us see small holes, the skin stretches and oozes fluid due to the effect of the needle too, even though if you look at it with the naked eye you won't see anything, at most it's just a small wound. Because the original size of snow ice consists of only small particles, it is very natural for humans to have to use a microscope to be able to see mini-sized water crystals. In fact, each shape has a different meaning, such as plate-shaped snow crystals indicating a temperature of 0 degrees Celsius. If it is below, the crystals will be shaped like needles, and below -15 degrees Celsius you will see 6-pointed stars. Everything is cigarette ash. There is a reason why people out there don't like to see people smoking carelessly, because when you zoom in using a microscope, cigarette ash looks like this, friends, and this object is paper that has been mixed with dangerous chemicals. That's why, because their size is so small, automatically, it can enter the lungs or nostrils easily without anyone knowing. Look at this picture. People think it's a scary monster, even though the photo is actually a zoom result of a worm in a microscope. There are 2 eyeballs, a mouth, and also scary teeth on this small animal. No wonder there are still many people who are afraid of worms. That's it for this video. See you in the next video.